Hi, I'm Lena, and I'm here to talk about our home. During quarantine, I've been doing a lot of cleaning and I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I like to believe that people like cleaning their homes is because it makes them feel better. But I've also been thinking, do you know what would feel better than a clean home? A clean earth. Since the COVID-19 outbreak in the United States, pollution has been decreasing. And in an article I read from the New York Times, it showed pictures, satellite pictures of Los Angeles and Seattle, and it shows nitrogen dioxide emissions from March 2019 to March 2020. And I actually have those pictures. And in it, you can see that the colors are the darker colors decreasing, because this is from 2019 and this is 2020, and it's showing that the pollution is decreasing, and the same goes for Seattle, and you could see that the color is slowly decreasing. And I know that the only reason this is happening is because people are quarantined and they're not going outside as much. And I also know that when quarantine's also all over, the pollution is going to increase again. And that's why I think that this is the best time to start thinking about the future of our home. And I think the first step to that is with the Environmental Defense Fund. The Environmental Defense Fund is a nonprofit organization with its sole purpose is to protect the earth, which is why I think it should be supported and funded. And the reason why I think we should start thinking about the future of our home is because the earth is dying. There are many environmental issues that the Earth is faced with, including pollution, climate change, global warming, and deforestation. When the earth is polluted, that means that the air we breathe is polluted and the water that our food drinks is polluted. And with climate change, that means that there can be a change in seasons. And I mean, last year in the Midwest, schools were closed for a week because of the polar vortex. And with global warming, that's the burning of fossil fuels. And when that happens, it's slowly deteriorating the ozone layer that protects us from the sun's harmful rays. And we live in a world that's full of technology, and deforestation is still a problem. These are all issues that most aren't informed about, but that doesn't mean that they're not important. And I think what the earth needs is for humanity to come together to plant some more trees to help deforestation, or to ride their bikes a little more to help global warming, or to maybe reuse a water bottle. And I know these are all just little things, but all of them can help slow the rate at which the earth is dying. And I also know that there's not one overall solution on how to save the earth, but I do know that there are little ways to help save the earth individually. And I think the first way to do that is by getting informed. And I also think that the Environmental Defense Fund can help a lot with that. The Environmental Defense Fund was founded by scientists, and it's very evidence-based. They find economic incentives to help increase environmental progress, and they also make partnerships with large companies. And I mean, if you're ever bored one day, I suggest going on their website and checking it out, and you can see some of their goals, which include stabilizing the climate by reducing carbon emissions, or helping feeding the world with strong incentives for farmers to ensure lasting food security, and protecting our health by getting better at-home products through chemical policy reform. And all of this is backed up by science and economics. And I mean, they post blogs about how their environmental progress is going, and their scientists post reports on what is going on with whatever they're doing, I guess. And now you might be wondering, I mean, where's the real life proof on the impact that it has on the environment? In 1980, McDonald's partnered up with the EDF to focus on reducing its packaging and waste, and by the end of it, they were able to get rid of 300 million pounds of packaging, and they were able to reduce their waste by 30%. And in 2007, the EDF partnered up with fishermen in the Gulf of Mexico, and by 2013, red snapper was able to be taken off the avoid list that the fishermen could not fish for. And I mean, current to the situation now, I read an article from the Los Angeles Times about the COVID-19 outbreak again, and they're suggesting that people buy from the local fisheries, and the EDF has provided a seafood selector that advises people on what seafood they should be buying from the stores and from restaurants. And I understand that saving the world is not going to happen overnight, or it may never happen, but the little things can sometimes make the biggest difference. I mean, imagine our great 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 grandkids 100 years from now enjoying everything that the world has to offer, just like how it has offered us. And I mean, this is the perfect time to be reflecting on that and how grateful we are and how we should never let it go again. And the EDF is just trying to make that possible. I mean, I read an article from the Influence Watcher, and it said that in 2016 the EDF funded $137 million worth of programs, with $75 million going towards climate and energy, and $24 million going towards oceans, $20 million going towards ecosystems, and $8 million going towards health programs, and $7 million going towards education programs. I mean, this is what I would want to give my money to, because it's helping to ensure our future and our home. And by donating to this charity or to this organization is just you individually helping protect our earth. And I hope you listen to everything that I have to say, and I hope that maybe you're interested in supporting and donating to this charity, and I also hope you have a rest of the good night. Thank you. Goodbye.